Now that is my new sheet of drywall. There's a couple of different ways that we can do this. Let me just show you the easiest. We're gonna take our cutting tool, we're gonna hold it off the wall, we're gonna cut this short side here, and then we're just gonna use the knife to cut the other pieces. That was fun. Okay, so now we're gonna score and cut this. And the secret to doing that is really simple. Don't look at the knife. Set the knife on the line, and then look about 3 inches ahead of it the entire time. And your brain will do the job for you, even if you got bad eyesight as you're getting old like I do. Now we just snap these off. Okay, nice and tight into the corner. There, loving it. That's a perfect wall. One thing I want you to know, when you're putting your drywall on, make sure you get the first screw and then go nice and tall on the second one. Until this one's in, you're at danger. If anybody opens a door, creates a change in air pressure, and it'll pull the sheet right off the wall onto your head. I have a tendency when I'm going blind like this, I drift to the left. So then I intentionally drift to the right.
A little counterbalance.
I think my hips are messed up or something. Let me show you a trick, guys. I just missed this screw. The stud is over here instead. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back out the screw, change the angle of the screw so that when I drive it in, I'm catching the wood this time. That way, I've screwed it into the drywall and I don't have an extra hole to fill. When you guys change from 1 5/8 to 1 1/4, you have to also adjust the depth setter on your drill. I don't even understand the science behind it. I just know it happens every single time. And then every one of your screws is gonna be proud. Once you've got the adjustment, perfect every time. Now we're gonna get to have a little bit of fun because we've got a few elements going on in this wall. One of them is I don't have a perfectly built wall here. So here we're kind of screwed up, but then we're back on. Grand scheme of things, it's actually really darn close. 16 in the center is important because drywall is exactly manufactured in increments of that 16. There's 96. Okay, now because we've already put drywall over there, we have to cut the stud. You want the drywall to finish in the middle of the stud. Now if we go with a 10-foot piece, we end up in the middle of the insulation. That's not desirable. So we're gonna put an 8-foot sheet on here. Now, we want that sheet to finish right here on this spot, okay? On the top and on the bottom. Now remember our square rule. That means we're gonna put our drywall down and this should be the square. So this is the top corner of our sheet. So we'll measure down and we'll measure across and then we'll measure across in case there's a slope over here, because if this is our wall and here's our window and right here, frame is made weird, we wanna be able to cut this so that we don't have a huge gap. So maybe instead of 8, we'll measure from here so that we have the ability to cut the angle whatever way it goes, all right? So keep all of this in mind. So we're gonna measure now. So 95 is a little bit much for me. It's just a little bit hanging left. Not a big deal. When I'm cutting this drywall, measure my 95, cut it, clean the edge because you got an uneven surface, and then we're gonna shove it into that corner and everything will be good. Let's also consider we have a window here. My window's at 49 inches. Drywall's at 48. If I use one